I'm Akshaya Nath, Senior Assistant Editor, and today we on Political Adda will be discussing about one of the hot topics from Tamil Nadu, which is Annamalai's En Mann En Makkal, a Padayatra that he's been doing. And joining me today are DK Singh, Political Editor with ThePrint, and also Political Analyst and author JVC Sriram. Thank you for joining us, DK and JVC Sriram. So Sriram, first we want to really ask you about En Mann En Makkal. Annamalai is Yatra in Tamil Nadu. Is there space for Hindutva politics in Tamil Nadu?
Certainly, yes. See, if you notice Tamil Nadu politics, to broadly put across, my figures may not be 100% accurate. The politics of Tamil Nadu revolves around this. Around 20 to 25% of the people of Tamil Nadu are more inclined and favorable towards your Tamil language, Tamil identity, borders on to separatism, even the Tamil nationalistic ideas, Hindi opposition, minority rights, all those stuff. That's the 25%. And you have another 15 to 20% of the Tamil Nadu voters who are more, inclined towards the nationalistic thoughts and nationalistic ideas. So you get around, approximately around 40 to 45% you get covered here. Another 10% to 15%, if you notice, probably not even 15%, at the best 10% is more towards an Hindutva votes. So which combines together, say probably around 55% of votes are combined here. And another solid 25 to 30% votes based on the caste. Because caste identity in Bihar and probably even in Uttar Pradesh, we speak openly about the caste identity. Like say how Nitish Kumar built his EBC, Kushwa, Kori and all those stuff. And how the, Jat votes move towards Ajit Singh's family and Yadav Muslim clan for Samajwadi Party. But in Tamil Nadu, they do not openly say it. But there is an extreme casteist identity in Tamil Nadu, which has been prevalent for a long time, although the Dravidian parties, particularly the DMK, says that, no, this is not, caste is not the thing in things, but it is there. So it makes up to around 80 to 85%, and then you have the floating voters. So these nationalistic thoughts and the Hindutva voters, where have they been? Have they been silent? Have they been found out today? No, they have been the traditional core vote bank of AIA-DMK and Jayalalitha. Why AIA-DMK and Jayalalitha could clock 40-45%? Because she had this in the bank, the Hindutva plus the nationalistic thoughts, plus she attracted a lot of caste, a lot of castes gravitated towards her because she had the Counter community with her, she had the Devar community with her, as a result of which that made it. So now that AIA-DMK is not as strong as what it was, and there is certainly a nationalistic and Hindu nationalistic vote identity which will come into picture. Now, is it immediately, can it be harvested day one? I don't think so. But it is a process of evolution. And I believe this En Mann En Makkal Yatra is probably a starting point, because Murugan also tried the same thing, picked up the veil, if you remember, picked up the veil Yatra. So it is probably, that did not have that kind of attraction, which probably the En Mann En Makkal Yatra is having, because it was done as a more of a one-off event in the Arupadai Veedu Muruga temples. But here he is making it into a political overtune and adding a lot of other political dimensions.
So if I can ask you, this is for our viewers who are from outside Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
If you can tell them who are these caste voters? Swing dominant caste, region-wise, which way they swing, which party, that's one. Another segment you talked about is the Hindutva voters.
Yeah.
Again, who are they?
Okay.
Dravidian voters, who are they geographically, how are they spread, or socially, sociologically, if you look at them?
Right. A brilliant question, DK. So, number one, if you took a look at the caste, the dominant caste as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, one of the dominant castes is the one-year caste. And there was a party itself which got floated because of it, which is Patali Makkal Kachi. And they were probably part of the power equations from 1998 onwards to the center. And they had powerful ministers also, including the Union Health Minister. This forms. And the exact opposite of this 1 year, because whenever this 1 year party or a Patali Makkal Kachi is in a particular alliance, the SC part of it, particularly the northern Tamil Nadu SC part of it, will be the antithesis of them. So if PMK aligns with DMK, this party called Vidudalai Siruthaigal, VCK, which is a part of one sect of this SC voters, they will move anti-PMK. That's one dimension. Now, if you come to the western side, this is called as a Kungu region. This 1 year population extends right up to Salem. Salem, which happens to be Edappadi Palaniswamy's constituency. In fact, in Edappadi itself, the most dominant community is this 1 year community. So 1 year community starts from, if you look at it, it starts from Dindivanam, Viluppuram, then you go up to these Virudhachalam constituency, then you have this Chidambaram, Mailadurai, right up to Tanjavur they would go. On the other side, they will be at Vellore, Krishnagiri, Dharmapuri, up to Salem. And even up to a little bit of extent, Erode and Tripur also, they have their presence, but not very much. And on to the other side, on Dindigul. So this is one dominant community. So now we come to the Kongu region or the western region, which is basically the industrialized part of Tamil Nadu. You see a lot of industries there, the textile units and the automobile sectors and all those stuff, which starts from, technically it starts from Dharmapuri. But this community called as the Counter, Vellala Counter community. Vellala Counter community is more from the Namakkal, which, Erode, Tirupur, Pollachi, Coimbatore, Nilgiris. That is the one community which is there. And along with them also, the Naidu communities also live along with this community, which is also a very dominant Telugu-speaking dominant community. This is the Naidu community. And then you have this Mudaliyars who have been a very prominent in the Justice Party movement, right in the time of E.V. Periyar. In fact, Mudaliyar community, Annadurai comes from the Mudaliyar community. It's not a very dominant community, but it's an influential community. When I say influential, they may not be having great numbers, but they are. Then you have, when you come to the southern part of Tamil Nadu, another Dalit community is the Devendra Kula Vellalar community. That is another community led by Dr. Krishna Swamy. And in fact, Narendra Modi said, Narendra lifts Devendra. That is what was the campaign in 2021, that they wanted to remove from the SC list and they wanted to rename their community to Devendra Kula Vellalar. That is one dominant community. Then you have a very powerful community called as Mukkulathur, which is, your Kallar, your Maravar, and Agamulyar. These constitute the delta. The color is more towards the delta. Delta will come into this Mailadurai, Chidambaram, Tanjavur, Trichy, and all those places. And then the Maravar community will be more from the southern part of it, which is, your Theni, your Madurai. Those places are dominated by them. Trichy also you can stay up to an extent. Ramanathapuram also up to an extent, Ramnath district. Then you have this Nadar community. The Nadar community is basically your business community. Your Shiv Nadar and all come from that. That is dominant in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, which starts from Sivagasi, Tuticorin, Tirunelveli, Kanyakumari. This is what is the spread. So I'm not listing all the communities. There's a lot of small Hindu communities like Vishwakarma community, Pillamar community, Chettiar community, which is what Chidambaram comes from. There are a lot of influential communities which are there. So traditionally, if you look at it, Devar community and the Counter community were the first two communities who walked into MGR's fold, because his first candidate when the by-election happened in 1972 was Maya Devar at Dindigul. And Counter had this special affinity towards MGR, and that continued. Now, 1 year were basically you will find 1 year leaders in all the places, but they had the Patali Makkal Kachi, but there are also dominant 1 year community leaders in every, in ADMK, you have C.V. Shanmugam today, for example. If you take the case of DMK, you have Durai Murugan as a 1 year community. So you have, today, AIADMK is filled with a lot of Kongu leaders, who are from this Kongu Vedala Counter community. If you take the case of Edappadi Palaniswamy, he comes to the community. Then you have SP Velamani, K.O. Sengotian, Tangamani, all these are tall leaders. They are all coming from Kongu Vedala community. And in the southern part of it, they still have the Sellur Rajus and Rajan Chellappas. They are from the Devar Mukkulathur community. Then there is another community which MGR actually gave them a lot of prominence, was a Muttrayar community. You will call them as Muttu Rajas in Telangana. They are there, even, in fact, Ramnath Govind also belong to the same kind of community in the UP part of it. So that is also a very dominant community, but they've been politically not as influential as that. So this is how the spectrum looks like. So as far as Hindutva is concerned, little bit of Nadar community, and there's also Brahmin community, which we need to mention, 3% or 4% they would be. So the Hindutva, Hindu nationalists are more Counter community, Mukkulathur community, the Muttrayar community, Devendra Vellalar community. These are prominent communities who have taken place in this Hindu nationalistic ideas which have been there. So Nadars have been traditionally a section of Nadars, because most of them get converted 50-50 it will be. The Hindu Nadars vote for BJP. The Mutrayars have this feeling, but they still have not been brought to the fold. The Konguvelala counter are more towards the nationalistic thought process. So this is how the caste system, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, works. And then you also have Arundariyar, which is another kind of scheduled caste, who come from the Kongu side, which is what Dr. L. Murugan represents them, because they've been highly unrepresented in the legislature and the parliament by both DMK and ADMK. That is the reason why probably BJP is also playing the politics of making Arundariyar as a union minister.
So at this point of time, I would like to bring...
Sorry, just a supplementary question.
Yeah,
what about the Dravidian voters? Are they shrinking in numbers? How strong are they even now? I mean, the Dravidianism, especially in Tamil Nadu, how strong is it?
See, it's a very, very paradoxical question. In fact, there used to be a guy called Kannadasan, who was a legendary songwriter, lyricist, and not just a lyricist, a great probably thought leader also. He said you can do anything possible, you can filter out of the several crores of Tamilians, and only a handful you will find as atheists, who are basically hardcore Dravidians. One of the things that Tamil Nadu's politics is, as far as people are concerned, most of the DMK voters themselves go to the temple in the morning, pray, perform all the rituals. But when Hindu gods or whatever is done, I don't want to go on record and say anything, but they would stand and applaud. Now, this is a kind of paradox or whatever you call exists in Tamil Nadu. And that is the reason why you would see, Dravidian thing is shrinking, but their vote bank is not shrinking. The thought process is shrinking, but the vote bank is not shrinking because somehow they've identified themselves with that party. At the same time, if you look at it, that's why I would always say DMK cannot stand even in an apartment local community election alone. They need alliance partners, because what happens is in the minority core, they need to unite the minority. Now, when you look at why do they want Congress, because Congress is just a 4% party in Tamil Nadu. It has been established in 2014 Lok Sabha elections itself. But they need, because that minority tag comes, the secular tag. Same is the case with left parties. So they would need these parties to unite the minorities along with the Muslim parties, and add to that, they need one dominant in terms of numbers. That is why they would either go with VCK, now they are going with VCK, who brings them the scheduled caste or the Dalit votes, or they would go with PMK, which brings them the one-year community votes. So that's how it's there. So Dravidian ideology is shrinking, but as well as politically, they're still relevant. And they would stay relevant for a long time.
Another supplementary question. When you started, you said, the Hindutva voters have traditionally been with the AIA-DMK.
Yeah.
Now we see Annamalai trying to eat into that vote bank.
Yeah.
BJP. So they are partners.
Yeah.
With this conflicting, basically, objective, how will it actually have a bearing on this alliance?
See, that's where I would like to draw an analogy with what probably the West Bengal situation is. If you look at it, in West Bengal, Trinamool Congress also chases for a Muslim vote, and Congress also goes for a Muslim vote. Where Congress is strong, Murshidabad, Malda, and all those stuff. I really believe that when they come together, it will be a great advantage for the TMC and the Congress in Bengal, because the minority votes get united, which is what we saw in 2021 election, because the Congress gave a walkover and they transferred their votes to TMC. Now in Tamil Nadu, if you look at it, that's where I'm coming to now. The AIADMK draws its strength from the Kongu region. With now the O. Pannirselvam and TTV Dinagaran not being in AIADMK, the southern votes, particularly the Mukkulathur votes, and even up to an extent the Muttrayar votes, and then you have the less in numbers like Vishwakarma and other Saurashtra and Salir community, all Nadar votes. These can come to BJP. So BJP probably brings a lot of strength in the southern Tamil Nadu, and AIADMK brings a strength in the western Tamil Nadu. So at this point in time, this alliance is needed. Without this alliance, neither of them are going to romp home. I'm not saying that when I say romp home, I'm not saying that they're going to sweep the Tamil Nadu elections as far as Lok Sabha is concerned. Even to get a decent number, you need an alliance. Without an alliance, BJP probably might win one seat at Tenkasi. But with an alliance, NDA could probably aim for a double digit and come closer to that because they complement each other, and it's too early for them to go alone. It's not time is not at right.
Akshay, if you can just weigh in here, you spent a day with Annamalai, traveling with him. What kind of response is he getting? That Yatra?
Well, during the whole day that we spent with Annamalai and his team during the En Mann En Makkal Yatra, we had noticed that there's significantly a large number of population from different age group, be it youngsters, middle-aged, or elderly, were thronging the place to see Annamalai. Was it only a fad for Annamalai or for the BJP? That's something that we'll have to wait and watch. But yes, he did get a good people were coming with petitions that they were putting inside the BJP's complaint box, which they were carrying around. Similarly, like people were very fascinated by the talk that Annamalai was giving at the two different spots. But all of this, we saw that many of crowd was also fizzling out as he was moving in and out of that region. DK, we have to look at the larger picture because Annamalai is somebody who has no political background. He is from an IPS background, and that gives him a lot of credibility amongst the people's mind. And where he started down south as JVC Sriram was number of people who can think about voting for the BJP also, since the Tevar vote bank, which is which is a stronghold for the AIADMK in the down south, is facing a little bit of a turbulence with OPS, TTV Dinakaran, Sashikala all being ousted out. So we did see that at least to a certain extent, Annamalai was able to woo the people there. But how will it reflect into the voting system? That we'll have to wait and watch. And I want to continue one question with Mr. Sriram. Sriram, you were saying that down south, the BJP kind of has the Congo belt is with the AIADMK. But we have seen that from the time of MGR, Jayalalitha, all of them had focused on the Tevar community vote from that particular region, and they've always been backing the AIADMK there. So how do you now say that the BJP will be able to pull in a large number of voters there?
The unfortunate thing as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned is Muthuramalingam Devar, who said nationalism and divinity are my two eyes. Desiyamum Devigamum enadu irandu kangal. Because when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave the war cry, give me your blood, I will give you freedom. It was Muthuramalingam Devar who responded and sent his set of people. So from that time onwards, the Devar community had not stood with Muthuramalingam Devar en bloc, but they have tremendous affinity because I have studied in southern part of Tamil Nadu. I studied in a place called Sree. I lived in Sivagasi, so I know how it exists there. So, but that community went to AIADMK, MGR and Jayalalitha because they stood for everything which was against what DMK speaks. I'm not saying that Devar community people are not there in DMK. There are prominent people in DMK. But the truth of the matter is but there was nobody whom they had to look up to. Even if they had to support BJP, who was the leader? Because I always say that in politics, you need three things. One is you need an ideology. Then you need your, the party missionary. And third is you need a leader. You need a torchbearer who can carry this to the, ground. Now, party had an ideology. It did not have a missionary. And because there was no leader who could give a run to the money to somebody like a Karnanidhi or a Jayalalitha or even a Vijaykanth from the BJP's ranks. Now, today, you see somebody from the BJP ranks coming up. And I will also tell you one more thing. Because Akshaya, you're from Tamil Nadu, we have seen so many movies from 1990s onwards, where the dialogues will be, when will we have a chief minister who is from an humble background, who is not from a family, who is not a film star, who is next door person like me, who can become the look up to man and become the head of the state. Now, Annamalai is looked like that. You said he's not corrupt. Yeah, because, obviously he has a very great track record as an IPS officer. But what people of Tamil Nadu look like is that all of them, Karnanidhi came from cinema background, Jayalalitha came from cinema background, MGR came from cinema background, Stalin is today a family background, dynasty again. If you take the case of Vijaykanth film background. But Edappadi Palaniswamy also had that advantage in 2021. Here is a farmer, a party worker who has now become a CM. Because Tamil Nadu has that craving which is being very deep rooted, but which has not been visible outside is, can we have an other ordinary man as a head of the party? Now, Annamalai ticks that box along with his ability to articulate and his own ideology, and he can speak on various things. Because again, in Tamil Nadu politics, if you're not a great speaker, you would be nobody. Today, Seeman is attracting a lot of votes, not because of anything else. I can see a 10% votes Seeman may get in the election, next election, assembly election. Because Tamil Nadu politics has been dictated by great speakers. Annadurai was a great orator. Karunanidhi was a fantastic orator. Jayalalitha for herself was a great orator. And none from BJP had ticked that box. Annamalai is ticking that box.
I'm just curious. So, whatever traction the BJP is getting there, is it because of the presence of that Hindutva vote bank you spoke about, or is it about Annamalai's personal popularity?
It is a combination of all. It is a kind of an Hindu nationalist thoughts which have been there for a long time, which has not been harvested or which has not been brought to the surface, and Annamalai brings it. And today you see the support. See, I would be skeptical still in terms of the votes, because the support has to convert it into votes, votes have to convert it into seats. It's a process by itself. But I would say that the process started. Annamalai by himself, if he had launched a political party, he would not be anybody. He needed the carrier called the BJP. And BJP has not been able to start itself because it did not have a leader like Annamalai. So when the two meets, when the rubber hits the road, things happen. And that is what has happened.
So before Akshaya, before you start taking up viewers' questions, just one last question from me. I'm very curious. So BJP as it is in Tamil Nadu today, do you think it's kind of poised to replace the Congress as the national party in Tamil Nadu? I mean, it's
100%. It is replaced. Sorry, it is replaced because survey after survey, not only what I conduct, even other surveys results show, and even the local body elections in 2022, where the BJP contested alone shows that BJP, we can safely say, is around 8 to 9% party, and probably can go further, can go to double digit. We don't know, because Chanakya, there's a guy by name Rangaraj Pandey who's a Tamil YouTuber and journalist who says, BJP is already crossed 10%. I would not say that. I would dare say that. I would say 8-9% certainly BJP is there. But it is now one of the BJP's good thing and bad thing, I would tell you. Still in the delta and the northern part of Tamil Nadu, BJP might not have grown phenomenally. It is now, what is happening is, it is growing as a sub-regional player in the southern region and good presence in Kongu region. So that is why I am pretty bullish that if BJP is able to strike a good alliance and pick good candidates and pick up good constituencies, it can bag a few Lok Sabha seats in this election. Why? Because unlike BSP in Uttar Pradesh, which is spread all over the state, it is like more like an, now Western UP, Rashtriya Lok Dal. That kind of, I'm not wanting to equate both, but I'm saying it is growing fast in southern region, its presence in Kongu region, so its ability to convert seats can happen this time, if the right formula is adopted.
So I'll just quickly get into the questions that the viewers have sent on our YouTube page. First one that I want to ask you is from Abhijit Pratap. He's asking that there's a rumor about Modi ji contesting elections from Ramanathapuram or Kanyakumari. If he contests, how will this affect the whole of South Indian politics?
Do you want me to be honest from my heart, or do you want me to be politically correct?
Both.
Okay. I think we heard the same story last time in 2019, that he's going to contest from Puri. I don't think it is going to happen. To me, Gujarat is his Janma Bhumi, Uttar Pradesh is his Karma Bhumi. So I would stop at that. I don't think he would come to the extent of coming to Ramanathapuram or Kanyakumari and contest in Tamil Nadu, although everybody in Tamil Nadu would love to. If you ask me, would you love to see Mr. Modi contesting from Tamil Nadu? I would love to. But I would have my own seat. I would say probably Madurai is a place where he should contest because everything great, happened in Tamil Nadu. And Madurai has been a great center of things. But should he contest? No. I don't think a person of his stature should put things on risk and contest in a state like Tamil Nadu. And instead, I think he will contest only from Varanasi. I don't think he's going to contest from this place.
So there's another question from Hitesh Nautyal. He's on to ask whether Annamalai will contest the Lok Sabha elections. And don't you think Annamalai is following Modi's school of politics? Slowly, all the leaders are moved out of the state. For example, Ella Ganesan, C.P. Radhakrishnan, and many others. So there are two questions in this. One, will Annamalai contest Lok Sabha polls? And second, is he following the Modi school of politics?
Number one, I would say that personally, he told me that I'm not going to contest because, and also in several interviews, he said, I would like to, because if I contest, I'm going to be put into one constituency. I'm not be able to devote my time because I want MPs to become from Tamil Nadu who are BJP MPs. And I know Modi is coming back to power, but I want people from Tamil Nadu, MPs from Tamil Nadu. That's his personal opinion. But if you ask me, should he contest? I think if he contests, it would be very good. And certainly, see, I think, he follows the Modi's brand of politics, 100% no doubt about that. But that doesn't mean that he's etching out people out of Tamil Nadu. Many of them have C.P. Radhakrishnan has contested several elections, won some, lost some. Then you had Tamilisai Soundarajan joining as a governor, who happened much before Annamalai entered into politics itself. So I don't think he had any role into it. Ella Ganesan also served the party for a very long time. So it's become a tradition in BJP now that once you get in a very senior position, the age, you're offered the governor position, and that's what has happened. Does he follow Modi brand of politics? Absolutely, yes. I think, I think Modi is his inspiration, and it is because of Modi ji he is into politics and he's into BJP. That's what I would think so, and I would believe so.
Another question from Bharat is that, do you think Annamalai is getting more footage than what the political power BJP has in the state of Tamil Nadu? Annamalai cannot even win his own seat without AIADMK support and AIADMK footage. But the state president of a party which doesn't have much say in state politics of Tamil Nadu is getting so much limelight. If you see even the Rajasthan BJP state president, where it is an equal claim on power, is not getting 1/10 of the footage than Annamalai does.
So the person who's asking this question, I would like to ask him the question back, mirror question to him. Why is he getting that kind of limelight? Is he going by that? Is he coming and saying that come to my press conference, publish my things and all? What he speaks attracts. In fact, when he became the president of Tamil Nadu BJP unit, many of them asked me that media is not going to cover him, media is going to boycott him. I'm talking about the mainstream media, because that's how the Tamil Nadu politics is driven. I said, no way. Because at the end of the day, media is driven by business. What people watch, you publish. If Annamalai is today getting the TRP, obviously every news channel will have to showcase him, because at the end of the day, you don't want to lose business. So it is the people who are driving him to the limelight. It is not him. Now, yes, he did lose the election. It was a very tough seat. Aravakurushi is a very tough seat with a lot of Muslim population. He could have easily contested. He could have asked for a seat in Coimbatore district where he studied and all those stuff. But he didn't do that. If he had stood in Kondan-Palayam of Singanallur, I think he would have easily robbed home. So that is not the thing. Even to that particular person, I would like to also ask him one question. Do you know how many times Stalin had lost an assembly election? The first assembly election which Honorable Chief Minister Mr. M.K. Stalin contested in Tamil Nadu, 1,000 lights in 1984, lost. 1991, 1,000 lights, he lost. And in Kolattur in 2011, he barely scraped through. So victory and defeat in electoral politics is part and parcel of the entire, democracy. We have only a few people who have not lost elections. So he is getting the limelight because of what he speaks, what his convictions are, and how well he is able to articulate his conviction and carry the message of Modi to the masses of Tamil Nadu. And that is the reason why he is getting the limelight.
Akshaya, unless you have more questions from viewers, I would like to ask my last question. But please go ahead if viewers have more questions.
No, DK, go ahead. That's all.
My last question. I know you must be hard pressed for time. What do you make of Rajini touching Yogi Adityanath's feet? There's a lot of curiosity here.
No. See, Rajinikanth is somebody who has been, I think, more than an atheist, I would say. He had been driven by the Guru Parampara because he acted as a Raghavendra, because he considers Raghavendra, who has been a Guru, he is Vrindavan, or the resting place in Mantralayam in Andhra Pradesh. So he says, and I believe it's the same thing, that he looks at Yogi Adityanath not as a politician, but as a sannyasi, as a Mahant. And that is the reason. And I think it is a very genuine act. I don't want to read too much into it because Rajinikanth is not going to come to politics. People think that he's going to come to politics. I don't think he's going to come to politics, and he should not come to politics also. That has been my stand from the beginning. And it's a very genuine act of his, a spontaneous act of it, that he touched his feet. And I don't read anything beyond what I saw into this whole thing.
So I think that's all. I think we're also on a
I have
very
only
tight
one thing
schedule.
to say. Annamalai, why is he getting the kind of popularity he's getting? The kind of popularity is because he is not getting popularity from the place where he was born.
Right.
Traditionally, he must have gone, main popularity must have come from his caste, from his area, Kongu region. But he's getting from south, means there is a deeper message into it. Because on January 7th, 2022, my tracker showed, and I shared it with Annamalai, saying that you are not getting popularity from other regions, sir. You are getting popularity from the southern region, and which is very, very important. And we should know the importance of southern region. Jayalalitha contested her first seat from Bodinaikanur. MGR, when he, after launched AIADMK, he contested from Aruppukkottai. South is the starting point. And DMK leaders like Karunanidhi or Stalin or Udayanidhi Stalin would never contest from southern Tamil Nadu. There is a message in that. And with that message, I hand it over to you.
You didn't tell me what the message is, though.
No, the message is, see, the message is that, you have to grow if you have to do Tamil Nadu politics, anti-DMK, because DMK is one force. And your politics has to revolve around anti-DMK. And anti-DMK ideology begins from the southern part of Tamil Nadu. You have to win south if you have to win Tamil Nadu. Like how the road to Delhi is through Lucknow, the road to Chennai, St. George Fort is always through Madurai. You win south, you win Tamil Nadu.
Thank you, sir. That's a lot of information that we have got from you and details on how the BJP is growing in the state of Tamil Nadu as well. So, JVC Sriram, thanks a lot for joining us on The Print. I'm Akshaya Nath, Senior Assistant Editor with The Print, and signing off are DK Singh and JVC Sriram.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.